how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Prison Architect. In the last episode, I mentioned that the green carpet in our death row prison was sort of important. It was a reference to something, and quite a few of you correctly guessed that I was referencing The Green Mile, which is a movie that I have seen twice. I saw it for the first time maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I had never seen it before that point. It is a fantastic movie, although heartbreaking. And every single time I've watched it, I have just needed to go and sleep. There was also a comment from Jesse Squirrel who said, seeing that message about your power station being 99% overloaded is like seeing a screenshot from someone's phone where the battery is at 5%. And yeah, it is. It's exactly that. I can't get rid of it. It's this power station here for the medium security prison. That is why there are no security cameras in that prison, because one more thing will overload that power station. So at some point I might need to go through and figure out somewhere else to put another power plant in here, just so that we can have 2 separate power networks. You can't connect 2 power stations together. So that's what's going on there. That's why that is the way it is. There was also a comment from Yanis9690, I'm probably not pronouncing that right, I'm so sorry, who said you really need a lot more solitary cells and to adjust the schedule of the max sec prisoners so they are less out and about and more locked up. And actually, you're completely right, that is something we should do. That's 2 somethings that we should do. And I'm kind of thinking that, yeah, splitting off max sec is probably not a bad idea. I think giving them a little bit less freedom in terms of what they do. So for example, they have options here. They can shower or lock up. That's going to have to stay. Eating, I think, is kind of a fixed thing. They all go to the canteen. What I would sort of like to do then is, I guess, I mean, we kind of need to use the same blocking, I suppose. So instead of free time here, maybe they just get more eat time, maybe they get lockup time, maybe they get yard time. My thinking is that whatever we do should probably sort of stick to this plan. So I think we're going to take free time away from them here. And I think we are going to say that they go into lockup at this point, so that instead of roaming around, they go back to their cells. They don't get that free time that everybody else gets. We also have work and free time. I think what we'll do is we will give them some free time, but I think for a lot of this, we're going to do work and lockup. So maybe they get like a bit of free time kind of in the middle of the day, but they get much, much less. So if they're not working, they're in their cell. If they're not eating, in fact, why are we doing eat and lockup here? I think everybody, it should be eat across the board. For all of these. You go to the canteen, you get some food. If you don't eat in the canteen, that's entirely on you, but that way all of the prisoners are in the same place instead of back in their cells. That'll get rid of a little bit of the variety that we're seeing there. We can also sync those two so that they're all looking pretty good. And so yeah, that'll give us, I guess, just that little bit of a little bit more control. We aren't going to have max sec prisoners kind of running around to the common room at 10 a.m. or going to the shop. They're not going to be doing that from 1 until 8. They will just have a 3-hour window in the middle of the day where they can sort of do whatever it is that they want to do. And I think we'll try that. If they misbehave, we'll change it, but I'm hoping for good things with this. Now, I suppose when it comes to getting more solitary cells into the prison, it's probably going to be worth me just checking our policy because, yeah, I may or may not have changed all of this to lockdown only as an attempt to try and get the death row thing to work. So I think once again for murder, it's going to be solitary for 94 hours. That seems reasonable, I guess. That seems totally fine. I might bring that down to 72. So it's exactly, it's just 3 days. 94 seems maybe a little much. I think it was also supposed to be 96, but that's fine. Yeah, 72 is fine for that. I think if we have an escape attempt, I want to say solitary. I think attacking a prisoner will stay at lockdown. Staff will be solitary. Serious injury, solitary, murder, obviously solitary. I think we're gonna go for this. Now, I'm pretty sure that some of these, there was definitely one or two more that did solitary, but I think we're just gonna stick essentially with the same punishments across the board, and that should make our life relatively easy. Now, it is worth keeping in mind that the old death row guys are unlikely to do anything, but we're gonna just have this be the same for every security grade. So it's gonna be the same for our protected custody. It'll be the same for the good old, what do you call it, the criminally insane. That's the one. It'll be the same for them as well, and that should keep us pretty solid as far as I'm concerned. That should keep our punishments pretty good. And on one hand, that will actually most likely, oh, I've just realized in the top right here, we actually have a slightly different, that's kind of cool. I do like that. I like that you can kind of see the breakdown that we have going on. That's really neat, actually. I like that. Anyway, what I was getting at is that I think the slight change to our punishments should reduce the number of people going into solitary just a little bit. It might not make much of a difference, but it'll be enough that hopefully we can get away with not doing too much more in the way of solitary. I'll keep an eye on the number, and we'll see what ends up happening just over here on the left, but here's hoping that this sort of works out. Now, what I'm doing here is just a little bit of planning for a slight extension to our, not Supermax, but our maximum security prison. I do want to get 10 more prisoners in here, which will bring us up to 68 as capacity for, wait a minute, hold on. Why do we have 59 of them with 58 cells? What's going on here? They're dormitories, that's why. We're fine. Wait, no. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's okay. Let's go in here and just put down a whole bunch of sand right there. Let's do exactly the same thing here, because we're going to need our little perimeter wall going around all of this. And we'll do the same thing here. We need to go about 3 that way, and that should all be pretty good. So if we go back to planning, we go back to walls, we want to bring this up to about there. It's going to come across to about there, and it's going to wrap around with everything else that we have going on as well. Okay, so with most of the trees now gone, and with, I think, that entire perimeter wall now gone, we can go in here to foundations, we can go into more, we can get our white wall, which is, I think, what I use on the outside of this. It absolutely is. And we want to build all of this. We want to go into flooring and get ourselves all of the running track as well, so my workers can get around nice and quickly. And then hopefully we can just nice and easily get this perimeter wall across here without too much trouble. There are going to be, there's always tree stumps in the way. That's always, it's just, you know what today is going to be? Today is going to be Dylan does not once complain about Prison Architect, which is like a 13-year-old game at this point. I think it hit Steam Early Access in like 2013. So, oh my God, seriously? What did you do? Killed? I know he was killed by armed guard with a shotgun. You know what? It doesn't matter. We're not complaining. Everything's fine. Today is nothing but positivity. That's what today is. That's gonna be possibly the most difficult video I've ever had to do. Oh, good. And there's a dead guard. Okay. All right. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We've got 200 guards now. That's so much more than I thought we would ever have. It's fine. Let me go through and just dump a bunch of the, why is there a third death? What did you, it's another dead guard. What did you do? Oh, okay. All right. You know what I'm noticing? What I'm noticing is that almost every morning when my guards go to search for tunnels or anything, someone dies, and it is usually a guard, because like a single guard goes into a cell looking through like the toilet for a tunnel, and it's like, there's my opportunity. Wham, he's dead, right? Like that's what the prisoners are doing, and it's every single morning. It's getting ridiculous. Let me sell all of these trees, so I'm not dumping all of those. I just want to dump the tree stumps across here so that I can actually build the perimeter wall, because that's kind of important to me. I want the perimeter wall in here. I kind of want that to be a priority before we do everything else. And there we go. We have this new space. The only thing we need to do with it is go ahead and spend a bunch of money turning all of the walls into the max sec walls so that they match everything else that we have going on. So we'll get those in right about there. We'll get these guys across just over here as well. And then we want to do the max sec doors, which are these beautiful red doors. They're going to be opening in that direction. So they open to the right over here. And did I have them? I did have them go left over on this side. That's, man, that's a nice little detail. That's actually something I do with this game a lot. I'm not trying to like, I'm not trying to, oh man, that almost came across as like, too serious, I guess. Like I'm that came across as too sincere of a pat in my own back, and I'm not comfortable with that. But that is something I like to do with this game. It's not like I'm not sitting here like, oh, I put in so much more detail. Like I don't want it to. It's not that. There's a part in my brain that goes, oh, this room is symmetrical. Therefore, and it is, right? It's got mirrored symmetry except for the security cameras. It is basically mirrored symmetry. That's very deliberate because my brain likes that. And so that's why the doors do that, because it's like, oh, on this side, this is the left side, so the doors open to the left. This is the right side, so the doors open to the right. That in my brain, it's like that makes sense, right? That's satisfying. That's a cool little thing. Absolutely zero reason to do it that way. If anything, it slows it down. It's a slower process, but it looks neat. Oh, look, it's the morning, and a guard's just killed two. There's another one. There's someone. Every single morning, we go in for these searches, and there's a fourth one. Oh, good. All right. Well, that's fine. That's just maximum security being maximum. That's just boys being boys, you know? That's just, that's just what that is. It's fine. Now there are a whole bunch of gang members that are furious that their leader is being punished right now. I wonder, did their leader by chance happen to try and murder a guard? What did you do? What did you do? Yeah, what do we got here? Attacked prisoner, attacked staff, destruction, found weapons. Okay. You know what might be an idea? It might be an idea to move people like Mr. Benjamin Palmer into Supermax, which means we need Supermax. I mean, this will all get built up here, and this is all set up to kind of work already. This is all assigned. We have the guard corridors here. We have our, I believe, patrols going up and down here, so we're still dealing with the same amount of guards. We might, now that I think about it, we might want to just double that up a little bit. Now I don't know why I did like 2 blue patrols down here, but I'm gonna do that again, as I know that just means that the patrol is gonna like loop around all weird, but I do think it would be an idea to perhaps make sure that we do have guards assigned to all of these spaces whenever we need them to be there. So that's going to be a bunch of guards there. That's going to be a bunch of guards right there. During this time, we'll have a couple more guards up there, and this will hopefully mean that my guards are just a little bit safer. Now, obviously, during work hours, there are periods of time where they're in lockup, so that's probably going to be good to have guards in here, but that should keep everything all right. That should keep us good. These cells or dormitories will get built eventually. We have some more phones going in here as well, but that's pretty good. I'm kind of happy with this. I think that's a good little expansion. Looking at the solitary situation, we have 10 in solitary, 15 in lockdown, and 4 dead bodies. No one is currently waiting for solitary, and apparently we only have 1 death row inmate now, which means that someone absolutely had their appeal accepted, which is fantastic news. Now, Mr. Andrew Almond down here, if we look at his charges, he's in for murder, attempted murder, aggravated assault, murder, and attempted murder. He's pled guilty to all of them. So We're gonna let him continue the appeals process to see if his clemency comes down to 10% or lower. We will stick with the state mandated threshold there just to make sure that we're not getting a little bit carried away with the death row thing. But at some point, it's likely that Mr. Almond is going to be a roasted almond. I promised I was going to take it seriously for death row, but it's gonna be some roasted. That's terrible. That's awful. That's awful. I feel kind of bad. Oh, it was right. It was too easy. It was too easy. Anyway, let's build Supermax. I don't know what's got into me today. Oh man. All right, so I'm thinking that Supermax is going to be down on this island because I don't imagine that the criminally insane wing is going to need to be huge. But I do imagine that Supermax is going to need at least a bit of heft to it. And I would like it to be a little bit unique as well. Kind of like how we did something cool with Death Row and we had this place a little bit more unique than some of the other ones. This one I want to be centered around a yard, basically. I want a big yard in the middle of the island. On one side of it, I want all the facilities these guys will need. On the other side, I want their cells, so they cross the yard to get to the canteen or whatever it is they're doing. But first things first, we need to be able to get to the island, and I'm thinking that's going to be a space down here. So what we're going to do is build ourselves just a little bit of an extension to this island. I'm going to go to about there. And I'm going to just very gradually try and sort of taper it all together. So we'll do something like this. On this side, we'll kind of bring this down kind of gradually as well to try and fill out this space and make it look not terrible, basically, is kind of what I'm going for. We'll do this, and probably that, and that, and that. And that should work out nicely to kind of give us the little extension on the island that we're going to be looking for. We will absolutely want to go in and get rid of all of these trees as well. Just being very careful to not get rid of the door servo up there, which I don't think I'm going to be doing. So we'll prioritize this, and we'll prioritize this because I kind of need that to be done nice and quickly. We are spending a lot of money on the furniture for those new dormitories, which is totally fine. And then I think I want to go slightly bigger for this door here. And over on the other side, I sort of want to try and have something that matches that. So if we go to about there and we come down and do a little sort of 6x6 thing, my thinking is that the bridge for Supermax is actually going to have some kind of fence or wall or something around it, because I think that probably just makes sense for a Supermax facility to kind of have a bit of a better security thing going on. But over here, what we'll do is get our brick foundation just like so. And then over on this side, I mean, Supermax, I don't think has a wall color in foundations. I don't believe it does. It's a nice dark red. Okay, we're gonna be going for the nice dark red on Supermax. That's very expensive. That's horrendously expensive, but we'll do it. All right, so this is going to be the Supermax bridge. We've got some nice barred walls across here. We have some remote doors that can only be opened by servos that are controlled by this door control system, which exists solely to grant people access to this bridge or deny them access to this bridge. But that should be relatively secure. That should be, well, in theory, assuming no one manages to, I guess, tunnel out of this facility, they can't hit the bridge and make a run for it, you know, across this island or swim for the border. It's not a thing that they can do. So that's good. That's step one to making this whole thing work. You know, I've just had a bit of an idea with these potential cells right here. We could have, I guess, instead of corridors, just outdoor space. So we would have like a big yard here, obviously outdoors. We could just have all of the space outside of the cells also be open, because then I could put windows on the cells, which, I mean, the inmates will appreciate, I don't know if they necessarily deserve it. We're not really trying to make them super happy, but it is an option. I'm also sort of keenly aware of the fact that I'm building quite a few cells here, or I'm planning to build quite a few cells here, and that might not be the best idea. Might not be the best idea for a Supermax facility, but I want a decent number of prisoners. You know, I want to have a few of them. I also might set it so that let's see, if I go to intake, I can sort of mess with ratios. I wish you could set like total capacity or whatever, like total prisoners. I wish you could set that per category. That would be really cool to do, because then I could, you know, have something like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 16, 8, 20, so 40 cells for Supermax. I could maybe just fill 30 of them. I could keep 10 of them for, is it 40? I think, yeah, it's like 40 right there. I could keep 10 of them as cells to move people into if and when I decide that that's a thing that needs to be done. Unfortunately, that's not a thing that I can do, at least not that I'm aware of. So we'll not worry too much about it. I do think we'll go for a little bit of asymmetry here and there, though, and I think we'll go a little bit further this way as well, just because I guess I guess we can sort of suffer with a stupid number of Supermax inmates. And so, after just a little bit more planning, this is essentially my idea for our Supermax facility. Now, starting from the front, we are going to have access to some side corridors here. This one in the bottom is going to be leading around to a bunch of staff facilities. So we'll have a kitchen back here. We will have a canteen here. We will have a security room and armory connected like so. We will have a staff room, and then we'll have an infirmary. Over on the other side, this is where our visitors are going to be going. So we are going to have access to basically visitation from this corridor. This is going to be our visitation room, which prisoners can access from the bottom. And then this is going to be our 2 parole rooms that prisoners can access from this corridor, which does connect up to this space. And that is something that we can do on the bottom here as well. We can kind of have people get around. This is actually going to be outside. This is going to be our red running track. We're going to be able to access it from right about here and from just up here as well. And that is going to run the entire length around everything that we build in this space. And it's worth keeping in mind that this is all going to be outdoors. This part in the middle as well will be outdoors. The only interior part of what we're looking at here is the cell blocks themselves. Everything else is outdoors. This is just going to be a double layered perimeter wall with running tracks in between, because of course it is. It's going to look hopefully interesting. We are going to have to get rid of a lot of trees though, which I'm sort of okay with doing. So let's get started with marking some trees for dismantling. And honestly, I might just do the entire island. We have $263,000. I'm relatively content with the idea that that is probably enough to do what I want to do here. But I do pretty much need all of these trees gone, especially in that yard area. I don't want trees growing in the yard. You'll also notice that they're not getting a workshop. They're not getting a common room. They're really going to be limited on what they can do in the Supermax facility. It is going to have spirituality. This is actually going to be a chapel. This will be their canteen. This will be their kitchen. So they are going to get spirituality. They're not getting luxuries. They're not getting much else, basically. They're really going to be limited on what's available in their prison, and that's hopefully going to work out. I'm hopefully not going to live to regret that, but we will certainly find out together. Oh, and I just realized I totally forgot to build some kind of solitary facility in here, so I'm going to just try and build a little something here that will do that particular job. It really doesn't need to be anything super fancy or super crazy. I think what we'll do is just have it be its own little separate building, and that will probably be fine. I don't know if 8 cells would be enough though, so I think we're just going to sort of double this up and go for 16 cells. And I might sort of do with these what I did with the death row ones and make it so that these are... Do I want to make them shared? Is it silly to make them shared? It might be silly to make them shared. I think that'll be totally fine. We can have prisoners escorted to solitary via some of these back corridors, and that'll be totally fine. This will work out, I think. We'll have some doors here. We'll have some doors here. We will have some doors here to get into that outside space, and right here as well. And then obviously all of the solitary spaces themselves will in fact have doors, as will the cells. Okay, so clearing these trees out wound up being much quicker than I thought it was going to be, which is lovely. So let's go to foundations and let's get to work on actually building this place. Now, I need to be mindful of where all of my corridors and all of my interior spaces are going to be. All of this is indoors. This part isn't going to be, just because I want to be a little bit weird about it. So we're going to go down to here. We're going to do here. We're going across like so. We fill in this part. We fill in this part. And that is all interior space. This is all indoors as well, which is totally fine. As is this part, as is this part, and this part. Now, we do want to have our solitary space up here, and then we do want to have our cell blocks, each of which get built separately, because again, they're going to open to the outside, which will let me put some windows on these guys, which will give them a slight buff in terms of quality, which is totally fine. But that is all the foundation that we need for this space. It's a weird one. It's definitely going to be a weird one, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing if this works out. I'm kind of excited about it. Now what we can do is build a little bit of this wall here and here, just to sort of separate this yard from this corridor. I think that's going to be kind of important. We could use that same wall for all of the rest of this, but honestly, I think the perimeter wall is just the way to go. So we are just going to line pretty much this entire island as best we possibly can with 2 layers of perimeter wall, which I'm realizing is going to be a nightmare to do because there are tree stumps everywhere. So I am about to make a lot of money. I'm about to make quite a lot of money. That's not selling materials. I want to sell objects is what I want to do. Let's just see how much we make from all of the logs here. And the reason I'm doing this, the reason I'm selling all these is because I don't want to delete them. Basically, I don't want to accidentally dump some of the objects that we have here, which could make me some money. And again, as I've said before, in fairness, I would have had to get rid of most of these trees anyway. So I'm just kind of curious to see how much we end up with here. And yeah, over $500,000 is quite a bit of money. You need to go away. You need to go away. And then any other tree stumps that we have around here also need to go away. So we'll go into dump object, and we basically just want to go sort of along each. And I'm just going to clear everything out, honestly. We're just going to dump everything in here. We don't really need to be neat about it. Oh, this is interesting. There's a bit of a riot going on. Not an official riot, but basically a riot going on in this this yard, and my snipers have gotten involved, which is how we ended up with 8 people dead. I mean, you know, it's interesting. Okay. Okay. That's good. I mean, it's not, but I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that. That's becoming quite common in this prison. I am hoping, I will say, I'm not sort of ignoring the problems with the prison. I do know that there are a multitude of problems with the prison, and the danger level in the prison is one of those problems. I'm hoping that this Supermax facility can actually help in dealing with that, because my hope is that I can send some gang leaders to Supermax, and that hopefully, as a result, we maybe see a little bit more peace. I don't know if it's going to work that way. I really don't, but I'm really hoping that maybe it works that way. That maybe by separating them off into Supermax, and that maybe, I mean, look, we can't give them permanent punishments. That is something we can unlock, there is the ability in bureaucracy to unlock permanent punishments, which would let me just permanently throw someone in solitary. That's not an option for gang leaders, unfortunately. So I need to come up with a way to lock them up where they're not going to be able to cause too much trouble, and that's sort of what I'm hoping with this space. I'm thinking we do sniper towers in this yard, and I'm thinking this yard is going to be the main communal space that we have here. In fact, I want to see something. If I wanted a common room, does it have to be indoors? It does. That's unfortunate. But I do know we can put a bunch of stuff in a yard, so hopefully we'll have everything they need to be entertained in the yard, and hopefully this works out. Hopefully this maybe reduces the overall danger level of the prison. You know, I've just had a bit of an idea about our searches, and also apparently I've not been staying on top of tunnels in here. We have a bunch of them in that space that kind of need to be gotten rid of. How are we looking in here? Are we okay for tunnels? It looks like we mostly are. Anyway, my idea for the custom tunnel searches is, oh, who and why and how? Oh my God. Okay, well, that's great. My thinking for the custom tunnel searches, so they are currently every single day, and that's fine. What I might do, though, is change it so that instead of being at 7 in the morning when they wake up, we do it at like, I don't know, 2 in the afternoon when they're at work. I mean, they might be in lockup at the same time, but they haven't just woken up and they're not just getting a shower or hungry. They're most likely maybe not going to be in their cells. So that seems like a better option for the tunnel searches. We could probably look at doing similar for our shakedown, which is every 3 days at noon. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I think every 3 days at noon is probably fine. If we look at our general setup, it might even be better to do 11 a.m. So as they're going to the yard, or 10 a.m. Just, well, it might overlap a little bit. You know what? That'll probably be fine, actually, where it is. And then the narcotics search is currently, let's see, we do have a MinSec only. It's at 4. MedSec is at 7 every 3 days. I think, honestly, I might just clear our schedule. I think we clear out the schedule and we just do an all hands, all sectors narcotics search every, I want to say every 3 days. And I think we're just going to do that at, I think maybe that could be 11. That might be a terrible idea, but I think that's what we're going to go for. It's a lot of space to search and not really that many dogs, but I think moving our searches away from first thing in the morning is going to be for the best. It's got to be better than getting people murdered for going into cells every single morning. So hopefully that works out, and hopefully it works out better than my construction down here, because it's taking forever for any of these to get done. Because, and I mean, I said earlier, we're not going to be negative about the game, but the game has forgotten to build parts of some of these foundations. It's built this one, which is great. Hasn't built these ones for some reason, or this one down here, and I'm not too sure why. I know this one, all of these need entrances. I don't know if they're completely finished or not. It doesn't look like it, so that's great. And this one over here, I honestly don't know what's going on with it either. I think it's kind of forgotten a little bit of that as well. So we'll go into foundations. We'll go to our Supermax walls. We cancel this, and then I basically just redo this, and it'll pinpoint like the one little square that needs redone. We'll do, I want to say the same here, and then just go over it again. And I think that one was actually pretty good. We'll cancel you and go over it again. I think that one was good. Cancel you. That one was not good. This one here was totally fine. And I think these two, this one actually might look like it's got, are we good on this one? I think we're good on all of these. Okay. That's, we'll just redo them anyway. That one needed a little bit of a rework. This space here, again, same story. There's spots that are just not getting filled in, and it's kind of annoying. Oh, who's dead? Seriously? Wait, is that a janitor? They killed a janitor. Also, there's a bunch of, there's just prisoners in, first off, this, I don't know if it's the shakedown that's annoyed them here necessarily, But there are some prisoners beating the snot out of each other. We kind of need some guards to go and deal with that. There we go. Oh, good. I think that briefly turned into a riot. You know what? Good luck. Good luck. All right, so we're making some really good progress on the Supermax facility. We have a bunch of the ground, surface, textures, the paths, whatever you want to call them, going in, which is going to be a nice mix of gravel and grass and concrete tiles. I haven't started working on the cells yet. That's probably going to be the last thing that we do, but I did make some slight adjustments up here to go ahead and get us some power and some water. I haven't yet figured out where I'm going to put our hot water pump, but what I'm considering doing is maybe converting this cell back here and this cell down here into cleaning cupboards, because I feel like that's a job that the Supermax guys can do. And then maybe we just put the water boiler in the cleaning cupboard and hope that they don't mess with it. That's my thinking anyway. Whether or not that works is to be determined. But what I would like to do is come down here and start putting in our nice wooden flooring for a chapel. I want to do some nice fancy tiles for a canteen. I want our checkered floor for that kitchen and for the staff kitchen as well. We can maybe use the ceramic. No, we'll use the fancy ones down here as well for the staff canteen. And then I guess for security, maybe we go ceramic, and for the armory as well. I did make a slight change here. This is going to be 3 staff bathrooms. Totally forgot that we needed those, and we now have them in the back of what is going to be our staff room. This is going to be... I don't remember what this was going to be. I've completely forgotten what that was going to be. I've already... Hold on a minute. What... I genuinely... This has access from the outside. This... Oh, why are people dying? Hold on. It's a guard again. He's got his butt out. Okay. That's not good. I understand why they're all annoyed. It's because 28 gang members are furious because their leader is being punished again, because they just can't stop doing things that force me to put them in solitary or lockdown. You are fine, I guess. Let me see. Intelligence gangs. Where are we looking? Where are the gang leaders? There's another gang leader. Are you in lockdown right now? No. Why are they annoyed? Where's blue gang leader gotten to? Where is he? He's got to be around here somewhere, I'm sure. Unless we killed him, which is actually a distinct possibility. That is, for better or worse. How are you in a gang? Oh my god, why are there... Okay, I don't care about the helicopter. That's fine. Oh, blue gang leader's over here. Are you being punished? You are. Let's end... Oh my god, and instantly takes his clothes off and picks a fight with the guard. Also apparently tanked that taser, which is not good. Fortunately, I do need to hire 3 more guards, so we can hopefully deal with this without anyone getting killed. We're not doing a very good job of dealing with this. That guy is a... Oh my god, they're rioting. Seriously? Seriously? Alright, let's get some guards in there. Let's deal with this. We're gonna have a lot of deaths as a result of this riot. We're gonna have a lot of deaths. That's not even the worst riot we've had. That's... let's go up to like 220 guards just to be safe. That seems... I cannot wait for Supermax. Let me tell you, I cannot wait. Oh, I remember this was our infirmary. It's throwing me off because it has the staff door on it. Let me dismantle that, and let me just do. If we could prioritize that, that'd be great. So I could put a normal jail door just right about there. That'll keep us pretty good. So we want to do, I guess, white tiles for the infirmary, and then for visitation. Oh, this isn't visitation. This is patrol. This is parole. We probably just want to do the laminate flooring for a lot of this space. That seems like it would make the most sense. This is also where some visitors are going to be, so I think we just go for something very, very simple that's also fire resistant, just in case we happen to have a little bit of trouble. I think that's the polite way of describing the need for fire resistant flooring. That's probably a good idea. So that should be all the flooring for those spaces. When it comes to our solitary, I usually just go for reclaimed rubber because it's sort of interesting looking and sort of does the job. I think we'll do reclaimed rubber just in here as well because we can, and in here because we can, not that we're ever really going to see it. It is looking like most of my walls are done down here as well, which is great. Still got some gravel, still got some grass that needs to go in. I'm kind of totally okay with that. Don't really mind that we're taking our time. Although I would like to get some guard towers. I think it might be a good idea to get some of these in here now. So how do I want to go about doing this? Do I want to just sort of slap them in the middle of the yard? Because it's worth remembering that the sniper towers up here can shoot over the walls. So I'm almost tempted to say that I could put them in these wall areas, but then I'm going to have to make some changes to get sort of guards around there. Honestly, I think I might have an idea for how I want to do these, actually. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'm gonna take out these lights. So we're gonna dismantle you, I'm gonna dismantle you, I'm going to dismantle you, and I'm gonna dismantle you. And I'd like to prioritize just whatever we're doing in here, really, just to get all of that cleared out. I think we then do some fences like so. So we do fill out those corners. I was originally thinking we weren't going to fill out the corners, but I don't really think it hurts to do this. So we'll fill out those spaces, and then we can do like a little 3 here, a little 4 here, and the tower can go in those corners. So basically we're leaving a little 3x3 space where the towers can exist within these corners. We will need some gates to get in here, which is totally fine. We can do that. We have some staff. I think we have gates, right? Yeah, we have staff fence gates, which can live there, and I want to say here and here. And then if we go back to guard towers, we can just do the towers maybe 1 and 2, then 3 and 4, and that should keep us relatively good. That should keep us relatively safe. It's not, you know, guaranteed that we're not going to have some trouble with this, but it should be all right. I'm also kind of hoping that these fences like turn once the gate gets installed so that it connects to the gate properly. It doesn't. That really annoys me. That's not a good look. Rotate that to there because it's going to look better. Rotate that one to oh man, that wasn't a good look. I guess rotate you to there, and that'll be fine, I suppose. It doesn't matter, but I want it to look good, you know? I want it to look a little better. Oh man, it's only now that I'm putting Supermax in here that I realize how close the Supermax color is to our staff color. Now, I think I can change that. I think in like game options or one of the options in here, it might be in extras actually. I honestly have no idea. Yeah, I think it's map settings. Yeah, there we go. Supermax, I think, is just going to go back to their kind of original maroon color so that life is a little bit easier, and that hopefully if we look at deployment now, yeah, that's a little bit more distinct, I suppose. Anyway, let's start figuring out all of these rooms. So we're going to want a nice serving table for the staff canteen. I think we'll go for the small one because I think we can get away with that. And I think we'll go for, I could do the small dining tables. I could do the large dining tables. I think we'll just go for something that's going to be a little bit cramped down here. It's not going to be a great staff canteen, but it will be fine. We can maybe do a snack machine right about there. That seems like a good idea. We could do a drinks machine kind of back there just to make it look, I don't know, like there's a bit more going on with it. I suppose that's totally fine. And then over this way for this canteen, we are going to want the full size, 2 of the full size serving tables. I think that's probably for the best. We'll want some dining tables in here, of which we can kind of just really stack them, which I think is probably for the best. We're not going to get a perfect layout on this. It's going to be a little bit asymmetrical, but I think that's totally fine. It's, I think we've got past the point where I want or where I care about my, my canteens being exactly perfect. Now we do need to do the kitchens, which will have, in this case, I want to say 1, 2, 3 cookers, and then maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 tall fridges, maybe 2 sinks, just to change things up a little bit, maybe 1 more cooker and 1 more tall fridge, just to really fill out that space. Coming down this way, we don't need to go quite as crazy. So let's do 2 of these. Let's do maybe 2 tall fridges and then a sink over here on the left. And that should be totally fine for a staff canteen. This in here will be our security room. So security rooms, if I remember right, need fancy desks or just desks in general. In this case, it will be fancy. They will need a nice swivel chair and a fancy filing cabinet. They don't need the fancy one, but they're getting the fancy one. And then I'm thinking door control system and door control system there. That filing cabinet can be canceled and turned that way because I think we'll also do... Oh, now hold on a second. Do I want to do a phone tap or do I want to try? I don't think I'm going to fit a CCTV monitor in here unless I just have 1 door control system. I think we do 1 door control system. I think we take that risk. So this is going to be a little bit cramped, but that's okay. When it comes to the armory, is it OU? It is the correct spelling. Thank you very much. This needs, we'll need some guard lockers. I think the weapons rack is mandatory. So we'll do that there. And then we'll do a small table. This isn't much of an armory, but it's going to be better than nothing, which is all right. We move on to our staff room, which in this case, first off, toilets across here. I didn't really want to put the tiles in this entire space. We will have to tidy that up a little bit. Couple of sofas right there, I think is fine. I think a couple of sofas like this. I'm going to be a little bit more, a little bit less focused on making it look pretty, I think, for this staff room, just because I think we kind of really want to try and cram stuff in here. So we'll do the drinks machine and the snack machine. I think the drinks machine is mandatory. We can do... That's probably fine. They just have places to sit. They have some arcade cabinets. They can get some snacks. That's all right. I think that's what it's going to be. We'll get some wood flooring in there, though, just so it looks a bit better. This is our infirmary, which in this case is... I hope it's not going to be horrendously busy, but I know this game well enough that it's probably going to be. So we'll do something like 5 beds and hope that we don't need more than that. And then I suppose this will be our layout for visitation. It is only 4 visitor booths instead of what I was hoping would be like 5 or 6, but that's honestly fine. Parole is parole. There's nothing really too crazy or too fancy going on there. And so that brings us to the cells, which in this case, I think we're going to do what we usually do with our nice comfy bed. We will have the toilet, shower, and drain combos down there at the foot of the bed. I think that's fine. We could give them a radio. I'm really not wanting to have these guys be the most comfortable prisoners in the entire place, but I also am keenly aware that they aren't going to have quite the same amount of things to do as other prisoners. So giving them a radio, I don't know. I mean, some of them, don't the other ones have TVs, actually? Am I forgetting? Yeah, they do have TVs. Okay, these guys can have TVs as well. I'm not super concerned about not giving them a TV. So we'll give them a chair there. We'll give them a TV there. They can sit and watch that. What else do the other guys have? We've got books for one. What about the Supermax guys? What are we looking at up here? They have books and radios and fans. Okay. That's, let's see. So for you, I guess we'll give you the bookshelf as well. So we can do the books kind of, I guess, back here. I'm not giving them a radio because they have the TV. I don't know if I want to give them the fan. It doesn't do anything for a cells grade, apparently. So maybe... I honestly don't know. I mean, we don't need to give them a prayer mat. There is a chapel. We're not giving them phone booths because that's going to be in the yard. I mean, is that about everything? I guess the window is like the one thing that we wanted to give them. So like a glass window, a wooden window. Is there like a barred window that I could do? Yeah, there's this one, which is kind of more what I was looking for. And I think, honestly, I would do 2 of them just because I can. And I almost want to say that's about everything I would just do in a cell. I think we can add more stuff if needed. We will need some lights in here as well. I think I'll just put it by the door because there's going to be none sort of directly outside. And I think for the floor on this place, I'm kind of thinking reclaimed rubber just because it will contrast nicely with the walls. And then while that's being built, I want to go ahead and get our water boiler into, I guess, this space, and I'm going to do this space. I think we then go to hot water pipes and we just run them sort of directly underneath everything. I'm also noticing there are some gaps in our regular water pipes because Prison Architect happened to forget to place those. But like I said way earlier, this video is nothing but positive, so it's okay that happened. It's totally fine. I'm thrilled that I get to go in and place them all over again. I love it. I love it. Okay, so it turns out that we have in fact needed 3 of these water boiler closet things because the 2 that we have here on the left were not enough. And then I needed to extend my little water pumping station up here to include another one because we can't run pipes underneath perimeter walls. And then I had to put another one down here in the staff kitchen because it was too far away from the one up there. And I also included radiators because I figured these guys might get cold given that they're outside. Now that does include the cell, which means that every cell is going to have a radiator and also windows. But I do suspect that that might be problematic. They might get a little bit too warm, but honestly, yeah, they'll deal with it. They'll deal with it. It'll be fine. What I would like to go ahead and do though is start placing all of, let's actually cancel that one. Hold on a second, because I'm just thinking I think I want to flip that. I think I might want to flip that. So if we go back to quick build and we go back to custom, we can have them all be the same on this side. So all the way down to here would be the same, but then we want to flip it. So it's, yeah, this way around, and that's gonna be totally fine. We do the same thing in here as well. Each of these is what, $720? That doesn't seem right. I'm pretty sure that bed, well, actually it might be. I think the bed's like 600. I honestly don't remember. So I suppose while everything's getting installed in the cells, now would be as good a time as any to go through and figure out what exactly I'm going to be having my guards do. Now, something I have done is go around and place a bunch of large red jail doors so that we can separate all of these corridors into individual little blocks, which is going to make my life so much easier. What I will need to do is go around and get some door servos to make sure that this can all be, well, actually this one doesn't need to be automated. We're not going to have prisoners coming down here. It's these ones here that will need to be automated because that's how prisoners are going to be getting out of those spaces. Same with this one here, so they can get around the yard if that's a thing that they happen to want to do. I've also got some of the remote doors getting installed here, which will have some servos operating them. We will have some servos in all of this space as well. They're already queued up to be placed. I am going to end this narcotics search just because I hate the big banner. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I'm supposed to be positive. I am positive that I can't see a friggin' thing behind the big banner at the top of the screen whenever it's there. So I kind of like to be able to see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So I suppose, like I said, we can go ahead and start assigning some guards. And also making sure that we have deployments set up properly as well. So it will be staff only in those spaces. It will be Supermax in those spaces. I think for now, I'm also going to say staff only in the little sort of, oh my God, that's okay. That can also go away. We can go ahead and have that as our general layout. Now, if I go in here, do I have Supermax? I do. It would be great if I could see Supermax at the same time as the other one. But what I think we do is we'll split this up a little differently. we're just going to say that they have a little bit less free time. I think that's probably fine. And I think we're going to say that they just have lockup here instead of free time as well. They will have mandatory yard time still. Everything else is going to be about the same. It's just a slightly different layout for them, which I think is totally fine. So basically they either work or they go to lockup. They don't really get a lot of free time whatsoever. And that's okay. That's just how it's going to be. So during the night, what way do I want to do this? That's something I haven't really considered. How many armed guards do I want is the other question, because I'm very tempted to both the, well, you know what? During the night, let's do one. I'm not going to do patrols because it gets a little, it's just a little slower to do patrols than it is to do this. I'm going to assign one guard per like corridor. We'll do one dog handler per corridor as well overnight. And we'll do one armed guard overnight. So there's 3 guards plus a dog per corridor per night. And that should be totally fine. We will have to do some patrols in the yard to make that work. I think we'll also just assign a couple of guards to this. Oh, that's assigning them in there because I don't have the doors on there yet. That's fine. That should be all right in terms of a layout for nighttime. They then have shower and lockup, so that should arguably be, realistically, that's the same as the nighttime schedule, now that I think about it. This red section is a holdover from when we had separate showers, but I don't think anyone has separate showers, and they're all showering in their cells, so I feel relatively confident saying we could probably swap that out for this. Because they're sleeping, they're showering in the cells, they're locked up in the cells, that's probably fine. Eating is when things will change a little bit. I think the dogs can probably go away for now. I think we will keep guards in all of these corridors just to be safe. I think we then move a bunch of guards in here, and I think we maybe do 2 armed guards in there as well. Maybe 1 dog just to be safe as well, but that's going to keep pretty much everybody in that space, and that's okay. We then move to lockup, which means they're all going back into their cells. So once again, it is a guard per corridor. I think we can get away with that. I don't think we're going to do the dogs this time. I think we'll just do another armed guard per section, maybe 2 guards this time, since they're kind of being sent back to their cells. They might not be too happy about it. And then for yard time, I suppose what we could do here is run a little patrol sort of around the running track. We'll do some little mini patrols right about there as well. We can do a little something going up and down right about there. And then I think I'm going to do a magenta patrol that goes back and forth across here, and maybe 1 more blue patrol that goes back and forth there. And that should be okay. There is no fixed free time that any of them have. So, well, there is free time here, so we might have some people in the yard during work hours. I didn't really think of that. Okay, we'll figure that out. When it comes to this, though, I think what we do is for yard time, it'll be 2 guards there, it'll be 2 guards there, and 2 armed guards here, just going right up and down the middle. I think we do a couple of dog handlers here. I think we do a couple of dog handlers here. And I think we do another couple of guards sort of going around that entire space. And I might be cheeky and do another couple of armed guards just in the middle, just to be really, really safe with this, just to make sure that we're going to be okay. And that is just for yard time. That should be more than enough. Moving into work hours, we are going to put more armed guards out here because we will absolutely have, maybe we don't do them there, but we will absolutely have people here during work time, most likely, because there is a bit of free time. So I think 4 armed guards is fine. We can probably assign another couple of guards here, and I think that'll be fine. I think that's probably about enough for during those hours. We go back to, this is the eating one, right? So that was just regular deployment. That's fine. We might actually, during eating hours, want to have some guards in the yards, now that I think about it, because we will have them going back and forth here. So this might just help us keep the place a little bit more under control. We'll just do 8 guards going back and forth there during that. We will have them assigned to this space as well once those doors go in. And I want to say that's probably fine. We will likely want to have someone assigned to the solitary space at all times as well. So we'll just put some guards up there overnight. We'll put some guards in here in the mornings as well. And then I guess I just hire a bunch of armed guards now. We can have up to 29 of them. So I'm just going to go up to 29 of them to make sure that we have enough of them to do everything I want to do. I'm also going to go up to 250 guards. So again, we hopefully have enough to do what I want to do here. And that'll hopefully give us, I mean, we can see them patrolling around here. We can see some patrols up here. I don't know how many dog handlers I can have, but I'm going to go up to, well, I know I can have pretty much infinite. I'm going to get rid of this one. I'd get, you know, I don't want 51, I want 50. I don't know how many kennels or dog crates that I have is basically what I'm getting at, but we'll see what happens. We are very, very close though with this, and I'm very, very excited about it. I think, want to hire probably more gardeners. I think we can safely maybe double the number of those. We're at 24 janitors. Let's go up to 35 janitors just to make sure that we're good there as well. So that everything's nice and clean. And I think we'll go for some cleaning cupboards just here. And how big does a laundry room have to be? Is it 4x4? It doesn't have a size. Oh, that's actually kind of good. Okay. In that case, you guys have fun in there. I'm going to say that this is going to be a laundry room. And we're going to see if we can get away with the teeniest, tiniest little laundry room here so that we can have a little bit of little something something with regards to prisoner outfits in here. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully this is a good idea. Let's try another 2 of you guys right there. Let's try a little ironing board there. Let's try 2 of these here and 1 there. And that should be fine. I think we can make that work. We will need power to these guys, which we have. We will need power to these guys, which I think we'll have as well. Water might be slightly trickier, but we'll see if I can get away with a little something like that for those guys. And then in here, a little something like that will hopefully work as well. And that's potentially everything we need, I think. I don't necessarily need 2 laundry rooms, I don't think, but we're gonna give this a shot. We're gonna hope for the best with this. Also, all of my outdoor door servos are gonna need individual wires going to them. I kind of forgot about that. Now, interestingly, we can have 3 prisoners working in that little laundry room. We can have 3 in that little laundry room, and apparently 3. I thought that said 31. I'm gonna be honest, zoomed out like this, it kind of looks like 31, but we'll have 3 in there. So basically 9 prisoners are gonna be working and the rest will be in lockup. That's going to be brutal. That's gonna be rough, but it's just how it is, man. That's just the way it's gonna be. They are gonna have to deal with the fact that it's Supermax. It's not supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be pleasant. It's kind of supposed to be a little bit miserable. That's kind of what we're going for. And I think, even though we don't have all the cells done yet, I think it might be time to designate all of these as cells. I think it's time. So we're at 310 cells right now. Let me go through. We'll keep the game paused while I do it and see just how many cells we are going to go up to here. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting. We are now at 355 and there's still a few more to go, which is really something. That's really going to be something. This room should be, wait, that's a cell. Oh no. That's not supposed to be a cell. That's supposed to be a laundry room. Let's get that fixed. There we go. That should be everything else sorted. That laundry room is fine as well. Yeah, 355. That's not bad. That is not bad. You know what I would like to do? I would like to go to intelligence. I would like to go to gangs, and I would like to find our gang leaders. So I want to find you, Blake, and I'm going to move you into Supermax. That's where you're going, buddy. You're going to be our first Supermax inmate, which means you are going to be, we're really going to be keeping an eye on you. Where is Blue Leader? It feels like I'm calling out Star Wars characters. You're going over to Supermax as well. Absolutely. Do we have, let's see here, because we do have another gang. We have Green Gang. Now, Green Gang do have some members in here. Also, I don't think we have any protected custody inmates right now. I think they've all left or died. You. Interesting. Have you been designated the new red leader? Let's move you to Supermax. If we look at intelligence and we look at gangs, you are still very, are you just a higher up in red gang? Is that maybe how that works? That's maybe how that works. You are, yeah, you don't look like you're the leader anymore, Blake. I'm gonna be honest, buddy. I think you've been replaced. Although, maybe they all get replaced once they go to Supermax. It's possible. It's possible this guy is not gonna be Red Gang leader for much longer, but he is gonna be going to Supermax. Anyway, I would like to go to informants before we get too carried away. We only have 3 of them left, which is not exactly ideal. Do we have any down here that I can grab? I can grab you, which I'm absolutely going to do. I can grab you as well, and we will get you as an informant. Any down there? No, we do have one in here though, so we will be getting you as well. And if we go, I guess, and activate these 3, I would just like to see if anyone's a particular target right now. I want to make sure that we're good. I want to make sure that we don't have anyone that's going to be getting murdered super quickly here. We do have an ex-prison guard that's been released. In fact, a lot of these helicopters have people that have been released in them. That's interesting. We have a snitch. We have ex-law enforcement, so you are going to protective custody because they will murder you. We have ex-law enforcement, so we're going to move you to protective custody, and we have ex-law enforcement. You're going to protective custody. Oh, we've got more up here. Snitch and snitch. That should be fine. Nothing in there to worry about. We do have a couple of protected custody inmates, which is lovely. Nothing in there to worry about. And down this way, ex-law enforcement, you are also going to protective custody. You know, just thinking about it, we probably should look into Supermax parole, which I guess we're going to run from 8 in the morning. I think that's probably fair enough. We should have 2 Supermax rooms, parole rooms. We absolutely do. So we're just going to run those from 8 in the morning the entire way through the day. Well, do I want to do it this way? I guess we do. Yeah, we can do it this way. So from 8 until 8, we have parole hearings for Supermax. That should be something that we're already guarding. It absolutely is not. Let me see here. So how long we have armed guards in there during work hours. I guess what we're going to do is just assign armed guards in there the entire day. Now, it doesn't need to be armed guards, to be fair. I think a guard would be fine. But we'll just sort of do it that way to hope for the best. Now, one thing I've noticed is that we don't have anyone in here yet, despite the fact that we technically do have 3 Supermax inmates. So it might not be the worst idea in the world to open things up and see what we can do. So if we go to intake, we have Supermax here. We are going to just go to capacity on Supermax. We're apparently going to be getting $102,000 for the next intake of 65 prisoners, which is 47 Supermax, which is ridiculous. Can I, if we go to intelligence, can I mean, we're not tracking anyone right now, but I'm wondering, do we have legendary prisoners around here? So you're in for murder in minimum security. I'm going to move you to Supermax. And I think I'm going to move a lot of my legendaries to Supermax because they tend to be a nightmare to deal with. This guy's, he's not in for long, but I think we're going to move him over as well, just so we don't have to deal with them. There's a lot more armed guards in Supermax is the thing. So I kind of feel a little bit more capable, or I feel like it's going to be more capable in terms of dealing with them. You are not too bad. I think we'll leave you there just to be, just to be a bit of trouble, really, most likely. You're in for a while, so I think we'll move you to Supermax. You're a legendary. You're in for quite a while. We'll move you to Supermax, also a legendary. And let's see. I realize a lot of these are gonna be gang members. They absolutely are. Like, both of these guys are gang members, and I don't know which gang. Let's have a look. Blue, green. Oh boy. I get I'm making a terrible mistake, aren't I? Like, I'm moving all of these legendary prisoners into one place and having them all be from different gangs is, yeah. It is a choice that I'm making, but it's gonna be interesting. I think that's about the only way I can describe it. It's gonna be interesting. That was a legendary. You are also a legendary. So let's move you to Supermax. So your age is 34. If I hover over you, does it tell me? Yeah, so you're still young. They do age. We still, you know, like I've said before, we do have the aging thing on. So, you know, as as volatile as they might be, oh, that's a lot. There's a lot of legendaries in there. Good Lord. You, for example, you're in for murder. I guess Supermax and Supermax. I kind of wanted the gang members to be away from their leaders. I feel like I'm doing the opposite of that now, but again, I feel like legendaries going to Supermax with all the armed guards is either going to go really well because we're going to, you know, deal with them, or really badly because they're going to arm themselves with the guns from the armed guards. So we'll see how that goes. It'll be interesting. Now, one thing I will say is that we do now have a confidential informant in Supermax, which is going to be very, very good for us. I think I got all of the legendaries as well, which is interesting. That brings us down to 24 Supermax prisoners coming in, which is considerably less money. And, oh, one of my informants, hold on. Is one of my informants dead? Oh, yeah. Sean, what happened there, buddy? Where are you? He's right there. Oh, well, happens to the best of them. Yeah, so that's gonna give us Supermax. We should have a bunch of prisoners getting moved down here, hopefully a little bit sooner than later. We've got a farmer trying to get through those doors for whatever reason. That's totally fine. Oh, and there we go. We have Gibbs coming over as, I think, our first Supermax inmate. I don't see anyone else in here. I also don't know if Gibbs is going straight to solitary or not. I don't think he is, which is good for Gibbs. That's kind of impressive, actually, that we have one of them going straight to bed. Oh, they're all coming over now. Okay. Well, this just got real, didn't it? This just got like really. Oh, okay. We're actually moving them in here now, and of course we have 24 of them arriving in the morning, which is all sorts of terrifying. You know what I might do? Actually, I might move our intake time to much earlier. I might go for like 5 in the morning, maybe even 4 in the morning, because my staff are typically not. I'm gonna go for 3 in the morning, actually. My staff are typically not doing anything in the middle of the night. I mean, they're patrolling, they're stationed, but things are at their most calm in the middle of the night, so I feel like this is the right thing to do. We also have gang members that are still furious about whatever's going on. I'm gonna look and see. So we have a gang leader down here. I'm pretty sure you killed guards, right? Yeah, you get murdered. You're in solitary for 142 hours, bud. I hate to do this, but I am gonna end his punishment. Simply because, it's not gonna let me. Can I lock you down for a bit and then end your punishment? He's naked and fighting. Okay. So he's instantly decided that he, in fact, wants to stay in there. Guards! Before this other guard for Lawrence, seriously? Buddy, I am trying to help you out. That's okay. Well, that's not good. He wants to sleep. Oh, can they not sleep in there? I guess they only have toilets, right? Oh. Does that mean that my solitary setup this entire time has been cruel and unusual punishment because they just have a toilet and a shower and they can't sleep? Oh. That would make sense. Okay. So this guy's going into solitary for another 90 hours. I'm gonna end his punishment again, just because I need the gangs to settle down a little bit. I need them to relax. This is a new beginning for I mean, he just killed a man, but other than that, it's a new beginning for everybody, right? We have you in solitary. What are you in for? Destruction, attacked staff, and serious injury. I really don't want to let you out of there, but I'm gonna. And he's already. All right, you know what? Maybe the better idea would be to switch their punishment to lockdown so that it ends sooner. This guard is going to die. I'm almost certain. Are we gonna have a loss here? Are we gonna lose a guard? No, we have an unconscious guard, but other than that, we're fine. Right, you. Actions, lockdown for 6 hours. That will be your punishment. It's ridiculous. It's not much of a punishment, but at least we will move you into a cell. You will stay there for 6 hours and then you'll just be let out and you'll hopefully relax. Hopefully. It's a very, are they already oh my God. Well, surprise, surprise. They're killing everybody. I don't know what I expected. Free fire, Supermax. Right, let's go. Let's do it that way. Oh my God, there's like 8 deaths. This guy's dead, killed by guard with baton. Oh my God. Why are we just killing everybody? Like, why are we? Okay, killed by rival gang member, killed by, there's a lot of prisoners have been killed by guards. Right, guards need to go up here, please. Deal with whatever that is. Let's get you in here as well, just to deal with whatever's going on in that corridor. There's 12 deaths. Oh, these guys didn't want to be left out. Good. All right, they're kicking off too. Oh, it was doing so well with the building. What? Oh, you're just injured. That's fine. Oh man, we don't even have a morgue here. That's the thing. I didn't build a morgue here because we're just gonna take the bodies somewhere else. We're just gonna take them to the hearse boat anyway, so we'll just carry them through, I guess. I thought there was a chance. I thought there was a chance that we'd be able to, like, he's in solitary for 40 hours. What if I end your punishment? Are you gonna start fighting stuff? Where are you going there, buddy? You've been escorted to a cell? That's good. Okay. That might work out. That might calm them down a bit. Nope, there's another one dead. All right, killed by armed guard with a shotgun this time. Okay, well, prison architect never change. Never change. Never gonna. It's really never gonna. You know, I will say, we probably should throw treatment of drug addiction into the mix here for the Supermax guys. I might do it a couple of times throughout the day, throughout the work day, just to see if we can really do something about that. We have the chapel as well, where we can do spiritual guidance, maybe twice in a day as well. Actually, let's sort of shuffle these around a bit, so that we don't have any overlap. So if someone wants to go to, you know, like all of the above, that's a thing they can do. I think that's fine. We'll do this again. So that's maybe going to help them relax. That's the goal anyway. We could also do behavioral therapy that's an office. We could do breathing therapy in a yard, which we don't have the items for. I guess we're not going to do that. That's fine. But we can do things like spiritual guidance. I'm okay with that. I'm not too worried about that one. We will, of course, need to make sure that we have guards in those spaces, which we do. We don't have them in the infirmary, though, which was, I think, the other one. So during these hours, let's just assign like 3 guards and hope for the best. There's just about everybody that's gone in here has died. Oh my God, there's 18 of them. What are you doing? Why? I mean, you're legendary. I know why you're doing this. I get it. But I feel like we don't have many legendary prisoners left. I'm gonna be honest with you. It does seem like we've gone through a few of them. How many guards have I got left? I've actually only lost 3 guards. So 15 of those deaths have been prisoners. That's not a good thing by any means, but it could be worse. And thankfully, we do actually have some prisoners down here getting spiritual guidance, which we love to see. Absolutely, absolutely. Love to see that. We need a guard to go and work on the door control system though, because they're not doing that right now. So guards, let's get 5 more of you. Anyone gonna work door control? There's one, because that door wasn't opening and that was kind of a problem. We have you preparing to teach in there. I don't know if anyone's gonna be coming over to the infirmary for your class. I don't know where you're going either. Oh, you're going to that guy. I mean, fair enough, I guess. You do have a class that you're going to teach, but I guess you gave up on that because that's cool. I don't think anyone was going to the class anyway, so that's probably fine. Lot of bodies, a handful of injuries. I don't know if we need the paramedics anymore. We don't. That's fine. How many? 7 Supermax coming in tomorrow. We also have 3 people in death row, one of which has a 1% clemency chance. So, I guess, Andrew Almond, we're going to want to schedule a little something for you in just a moment, just to, start working through that whole process. I would like, oh my God, 21? How? Why? Killed by guard with baton. Why are we, I swear my guards, I mean, look. I know we have free fire on in here, but I swear my guards have not been batoning people to death this entire time. Have they? No, they haven't been. This is ridiculous. This is, I mean, we don't even have a gang leader in in a solitary cell right now. So I really don't quite understand why the danger level is so high. I mean, staff morale is kind of low. That's not good. I mean, it's literally at 0%. Oh no. Why is staff morale? Warmth is like a critical problem. Interesting. That would make sense. Who really needs warmth right now? So these guys are fine. Medium security's fine. Maximum security's very cold. That would check out. And then Supermax, very cold. Wait, how are they very cold? They have radiators in their cells. They don't have radiators in their cells. Oh my God, that didn't copy. That actually explains a lot. So I guess what I'm really hoping to see here is this bar just sort of drop massively as we start to install radiators in every single cell in this block. Now, admittedly, it's gonna be a radiator in every single cell, so it might be particularly warm, but I'm really hoping that this does something. I did also add some radiators to our maximum security prison. Now we have a bit of a fight going on there, which isn't good, but I am noticing this bar, it did come down a little bit there, which is good. I mean, there's 17 of them furious. It is coming down. That's good. That's what we want. Hygiene's going to be a problem, but that's because they're asleep and they stink. They can shower in the morning. There are more of them getting concerned about this, but again, we should have radiators getting installed just about everywhere, so hopefully the bar starts to go down again. I don't love that it's already climbing, but that's fine. There's less of them that are furious at least, which is, oh no, that's going up again. Okay, you know what? We'll see how this goes. They do have to go outside for just about everything. We do have a lot of radiators to install in a lot of cells. There we go. The number's coming down a little bit now, so that's hopefully going to help them out. If we look at maximum, oh my God. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. I have just installed a bunch of radiators in here. And I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of them complaining a bit less about that problem now, which is something. Yeah, there we go. They're no longer furious about it. That's nice. That's like a really good, that's really good right there. That's like, there's none of them. There's 30 that are concerned, but the number that are concerned is getting less and less. So that's great. Yeah, none of them care about it anymore. Do they need radiators in their cells? Is that kind of what's going on? Because if it is, that's a problem. I'm gonna have to do that, but that's good. Protective custody, they'll live. Supermax, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to look at Supermax. I wanted to look at Supermax. Thank you very much. Where is it? It's right there. It's better. Right. So they should be a little happier. And then minimum security is not feeling very safe. They'll be all right. Medium security. Yeah. Warmth seems to be sorted out. Safety is a major problem, but warmth is sorted out. Gang members are furious, presumably because their leaders are in solitary again. But I'm hoping that if I was to go all the way down here and I was to, for example, let you out of solitary, don't break anything, buddy, because if you don't break anything, we'll let you get to your cell and you'll be fine. I think you were the other gang leader. So if we let you out of, in fact, you know, we learned last time, lockdown for 6 hours and escort to cell. That's fine. So you're going to lockdown. Let's now end your punishment and we will just escort you to your cell. There's more deaths. Really? You've got to be kidding. Of all places to be murdering. Minimum security? Okay. You know what? Guards, get in there, do what you got to do. Enough of this nonsense. Let's be behaving. That's not the button I wanted. Oh my God, really? There's a dead, they murdered a guard with shears. They've killed another guard potentially. There are so many of them with shears that my guards can't seem to do anything about it. Okay. Have we dealt with this yet? I think we've done, no, there's still a, who else is dead? Oh my God. Killed in a fight with a guard. Okay, well, we're down to 253. How many guards did I have? If I've got 253, I'm gonna go to like 260. Sure. This is ridiculous. Oh, good. Just what we need. The snipers have been activated. The prisoners aren't very happy. Not entirely sure if this is actually the riot that we're seeing, though. I'm gonna be honest, because that doesn't look like 11 prisoners. So I'm slightly concerned that there's a riot elsewhere right now. And this doesn't look like a riot. Who was riot? Oh my God. Oh. Well, that's unexpected. That is not where I expected the riot to be. Can I get you to deploy the squad? There we go. All right, lads. Let's be dealing with this. You know what? Just free fire all sectors for now. Let's get some guards. Let's get some guards in there, I think. That seems like it would be a pretty good idea. Just to try and clear this out a little bit before the Spec Ops guys get murdered, because that's absolutely nearly happened there. All right. That is not where I expected that riot to be. That is quite literally the last place I expected that riot to be. Seriously? Not to be outdone. Not to be outdone. Maximum security once again, doing what it does best. Okay, so the staff warmth need should be coming down a little bit. It is sort of coming down a little bit. I made some slight changes to the staff wing of the prison down here. We just have a bunch of warm water pipes going around and a bunch of radiators. It's probably not quite enough, all things considered, and it might be worth trying to extend a little something in there just to try and warm up those spaces, because we do have workers that tend to chill in those spaces. Maybe the same thing could happen here with just a couple of radiators down this way to hopefully warm things up. We have more deaths, of course, but that's at this point, I'd be surprised if we didn't. So that's nice. Looking in here again, numbers coming down. They are still concerned about it. It's still not exactly where we want it to be, but it's the numbers are coming down, and that's kind of for the best. So my staff should be a little bit happier as a result of being a little bit warmer. My prisoners, by and large, are much warmer, which is great. Safety, on the other hand, is not going to come down until they stop killing each other, basically. And that goes for guards and prisoners alike. Gang members, once again, furious, presumably because a leader is in solitary. We'll end his punishment. We'll escort him out of there. We'll see if that brings things down a little bit. I have my... Oh, it is bringing it down a little bit. It did, very briefly. Yeah. I mean, staff morale being low isn't helping. Staff morale is 28%, which is... And it's also increasing, so that's hopefully going to... 92 staff have died on duty. Staff are not paid enough. Wait, I can change their wages? Is that a thing we can do? Finances. Oh. All right, yeah. That's a lot of money per day, but sure, we'll give them like a 20% wage. I can also increase prisoner wages by 10%. Sure, we'll be nice like that. Yeah. That seems fine. What are you doing? There's a sniper aiming right at this. What are you doing? Oh my God, they're at it again. I might want to research non-lethal snipers. That, yeah, let's do that. That seems like it's gonna be valuable. Okay, you know what? I think that's gonna do us for today. We've built what we set out to build. We have our beautiful Supermax facility, which means that we just have one more facility to build, and that is going to be the criminally insane wing of the prison. And then we're kind of done, which is a little sad, but it's also kind of cool. We're like nearly 300 days into this prison, which I really love. I don't think I've ever kind of built as much as I've built in this series of Prison Architect, so this feels cool. I think I mentioned at the start of the series that last year, I spent some time going through a handful of games for what I would consider to be the last time. And for the most part, that was Airport CEO, that was Transport FIFA 2, and I mean, we also went back to City Skylines 1. I don't know if that was late last year. I don't know when that was, but I kind of had the idea of doing, you know, it's like, hey, let's go back to Cities 1 for what will probably be the last time for like a YouTube series. And that's kind of what this is as well, because if Prison Architect 2 comes out, which I know that there was some news about it recently, I think there's like some closed beta testing going on right now, so it exists. So this is cool, you know, coming back to Prison Architect for one last run, building everything there is to build, doing it very badly, but you know, in my own way. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed this, but we're not done yet. There is going to be one more episode of the series. I don't know if it's going to be directly tomorrow, because I might let this episode sit for a day or two and get some comments, because I want your feedback. I want to know, you know, what have I forgotten? What have I missed? What are the last few things that we need to do before we have that last episode? Because after that last episode, I mean, the next one is the last episode of the building and running the prison, because after, I need to escape from the prison. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be really interesting, especially if I have my guards on free fire. That's gonna be a whole thing, is what that's gonna be. But that is for then. This is for now, and for now we're gonna be leaving it there for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This has been an absolute pleasure as always, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.